Rachel Deesum, and I'm coming to you with Amiable Qualities today to talk about the song, I Am Not Alone. And the reason I picked this song is because I wanted to talk about loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of sadness, but it's not just that. It's because you feel disconnected from other people, and there's a hopelessness about that disconnect. The crazy thing about loneliness is that you can feel lonely even if you're surrounded by people, even if you are in a relationship, you can still feel lonely. And that loneliness can become a bottomless pit of despair and kind of cascade over into feelings of helplessness and vulnerability. And to top it all off, to put the cherry on top, it often strikes us when we face problems, when we face hard times in our life. And the song even alludes to that. Through the valley of the shadow, though I walk through deep waters, though I'm standing in the fire. So if you are feeling swallowed up by loneliness, where you feel like you're standing on that precipice, I want to encourage you that no matter how you might feel, you are never alone because of who God is. I'm going to read to you right now from Psalm 139, verse 1 to 12. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in, behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. You are not alone. You are never alone. And this is so important because making decisions from a place of loneliness automatically compromises you because you're making decisions from a false truth. If you're afraid of being alone or you're experiencing and trusting in loneliness, you are way more likely to allow someone to continue to abuse, misuse, manipulate you because what if they leave? Or allowing an unhealthy relationship to continue because if I end it, what if no one else wants to be with me? And then there's loneliness from a past hurt and deciding, you know what? I'm just going to isolate myself. I'm never going to be in another relationship forever because this pain is just too intense. So how do you deal? How do you deal with loneliness? The very first thing is to reject the lie of loneliness. Confront yourself with the truth of God's word. Read Psalm 139, 1 to 12. Go ahead and pray. Pour out your heart. Tell God about your loneliness. Tell him about your situation. 1 Peter 5:7 tells us, cast all your cares upon the Lord, for he cares for you. The next two things I have for you might be a little bit difficult, but they're so worth it. Somehow when we feel lonely or when we have been feeling lonely for a long time, it can make us want to draw further within, further into ourselves, further isolate ourselves. And I want to encourage you, stand strong in that truth of God's word that we just read about, that you are not alone and you are never alone. Talk to somebody, call a trusted friend, a trusted relative, tell them how you've been feeling, and get involved in a church. Get around people who want to reinforce the truth of God and his word in your life. Because I want you to experience a life where you truly understand that you are never alone.